All right, guys. So today we're about to go over support and resistance. We can start with ES. It's pretty much SPY, the S&P 500. The reason why we want to go over support and resistance is simply because support and resistance allows you to make entries and exits. Just kind of knowing where the price is headed. It can help you, know where your stop loss is at. It's so many benefits to knowing support and resistance. So let's get here. We're gonna start with SPY. So real quickly, what time frame are we supposed to start with when we're making support and resistance? Do anybody know? The weekly, right? Why do we start with the weekly time frame? Strong, right? Stronger levels, and it's like a top-down analysis. So you start with the bigger time frames and you work your way to the bottom, right? Now, the problem with a lot of people is they make support and resistance levels. Hold on, guys. They make too many support and resistance levels, right? And that's the problem. If you have too many on your screen, then that can, serve as a problem, right? So what I like to do is I like to plot the highest and the low, right? That's the best way to start it, right? Plot your highest and your lowest points. So let's go here. All right, so let's plot that. We plot the high. So let's go here. All right, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna make this a color so that way you will see it. Make it a little bigger. Okay. All right, so we plot the highest. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When it comes to support and resistance, I like to keep my charts as clean as possible. So yes, you can plot down here, but honestly, guys, I like to plot where, I'm most likely going to trade it. So that way I keep my charts as clean as possible. So you don't really have to go all the way down there because I don't see SPY coming down to $200 or whatever no time soon. So if you want to, you can, but you really don't have to, kind of plot areas where, price is likely to, it's possible to see. So I'll go right here. Let me make this smaller. Let's make these kind of lines. So that way I can see you, so you guys can kind of understand. Now, how many of you guys, real quick, because I want to know how many of you guys actually make support and resistance levels and they actually do not hit? Like, how many people don't have accurate levels yet? Because I'm going to teach you how to actually make sure they're accurate. Like, when you make a support and resistance levels, are they actually accurate? Or how many people that support and resistance are, really accurate? Let me know. Sometimes most hit, but it could be better. All right, cool. All right, so the rule of thumb for me is when I'm making support and resistance levels, off by a few hit and miss, they're accurate, but because I copy you guys daily, we go. Okay. All right, so I want to show y'all real quick on, how to make sure that your levels are accurate. Number one, you want to have at least, some people say 2 touches, some people say 1 touch. It all depends. I say 3 touches is kind of like my go-to levels, just because like the more it touches, the better the level is. So when we go here and I make my candlesticks right now, I'm trying something new as far as emotions. I've made my candlesticks. They're not green or red. They are white and gray. Just because when people see, if you're in calls and you see a red candle, it's like an emotional factor that comes into play. So I'm making here. So that was a resistance level, right? We hit that level, reject it, we hit it again. So we got touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here, and then use that level of support. So that's one thing that people take for granted, right? You want to see your support and resistance levels respecting, like you want to make sure that your levels are support and resistance levels, right? So if a stock breaks that level, you want to see that level come back and be tested as support, right? And that's how you know if your level are more accurate. Some of you guys be making levels where a stock has never came back to. So like, let's plot this level right here, right? So this level was resistance here. resistance here, and what was it? Support here, support here, support here, support here. So like I said, 3 times is kind of my go-to, but at least 2 times is like my like very like it has to be 2 times, right? Now on a weekly time frame, you're able to plot if it only touched once, because guess what? What do that mean? If a weekly candle is there, what do that mean, right? Can anybody answer what do that mean? If I like, let's say I just plot this, like let's say I just go ahead and plot this one. Hold on. Let's see. Let's say I just plot this one, right? And how many times did we touch? Okay, I guess that level don't count. But the reason why I say on the weekly, you can kind of sometimes do like if it only touched 1 time, because 9 out of 10 times that level was tested multiple times on a lower time frame, right? But overall, when you're doing your top-down analysis anyway, you're going to see that level anyway, right? So right there, we using that. So right now, SPY is at what? Can anybody tell me what SPY is at right now? I'm trying to get y'all to get used to making levels and kind of understanding it. What is SPY at right now? Support, right? And guess what? This is a weekly time frame support. So what does that mean? Major level, right? So the level that we're currently at right now on SPY, we would need it to break below this level to basically, now you can round this up. Right now, that level is at 389.46. It's most likely around 390. You don't have to actually, you want to get it as close to the whole dollar. So that's normally kind of how it works. Like you don't have to actually say, 49, 479.79. Like you could just literally round it up to the next whole dollar. So like right here, this level is 479.79. So what would you guys round this up to? 480. This level is 350.39. What would you round it up to? 350, right? So that's all it is. Like, don't overcomplicate it. You just want to go, because normally every whole dollar of any stock like Apple, 150, especially those psych levels, like those are going to be the ones that, they act as supported resistance levels. So that's kind of how so then we just keep coming through here. Like, we just keep coming. And one rule of thumb I have, like, it's not really no right or wrong. One rule that I do have, honestly, guys, is, only make levels that are visible, right? If you have to literally dig deep and think that that's a level, then, you're kind of like, you're forcing it. That's basically what it means. You're forcing it. If you have to you have to really train your eyes to look, you kind of forcing it. So like when we go here, I'm gonna plot that as a level. Why? It was resistance here, rejected, came back, used that same level as support, broke below, rejected it again. There we go. So other than that, I'm just going through here. I don't really see too many more levels. So, I kind of just call it for the weekly, right? So I have these levels. And like I said, you get better at it with time, and you go from there. So let's go to the daily time frame. How many people are actually comfortable with support and resistance? Like, are you comfortable with it, or are you still like, I just like trying to figure that out. All right. Support and resistance is pretty easy, guys, but I still have to, go over it a little bit. All right. So now let's make some more levels. And you pretty much just going through like right here. Like I said, I want levels that are touching each other, right? I want levels to be I want to use certain levels as support and resistance. So let's zoom in real quick, right? So why did I just plot this level? Where was it at? I plotted this one right here. There was that new level I just added, right? We seen this as support, then came up here, resistance, and then you have this one, support again, support again, support again, support again, and then it was using it as resistance. So that's why I just plotted that level. Let's see. So then just pretty much the same thing, right? Like I know this probably confusing. I ain't gonna lie, when I first learned about support and resistance and somebody was trying to teach me, I literally was overcomplicating it. I was like making it harder than what it really is. Just come in there and make some levels, guys. Like right here, we touched here. I'm not gonna plot all that right now. You got this long candle down here. You always want to pay attention to these long candles like that and see where they bounce at. So that's a level. And then recently we just came back and used that at a level and broke below. And look what we did. We retested that level and now we're coming down lower. So that's literally all that we're doing, right? We're literally just coming in, you know, and I only use levels that are, you know, close to where I'm actually trading at. So right now we're at this 390 level, right? So now I want to know if we're at that 390 level, I want to know where, this is really how I'm saying, like if we're bearish, I want to know where SPY could potentially go if we lose this 390 level, right? Now, when it comes here, do I think that SPY gonna go? Do y'all think SPY finna go to 350 tomorrow? Like that's where it kind of like some common sense come in, right? So you won't have to really worry about that level right now. I mean, if it do, that'd be crazy. But like overall, like you got to think realistic, guys. You know, some of you guys be having price targets that are a little too crazy, right? So you want to, like, if we know we're gonna be day trading, you want to find a level where, you know, it actually makes sense to go to in that trade that you're trying to get into, right? So over here, let's see if I can find some more levels. And I mean, it's literally just coming down. Like, keep it spread it out. Don't overcomplicate it, right? Right here, I plotted that as my next level. Why? Because we had resistance. We broke, retested resistance as support. There we go. Support again. And that's literally all we're doing. Now, this is at 271.25. So what would you guys round it up to? I mean, 371.25. So what would that be? Just 371, right? Keep it simple, guys. So next we go to the 4 hour. So that's all we're doing. We're just coming down, making levels. Now, then I'm gonna teach y'all like how to actually base the trades off of it. So now we got there. And then this is where you can actually get some closer levels. So overall, I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is pretty much like, you know, I might make a couple in the 4 hour, but not nothing crazy. It'd be like I can probably force that one in there a little bit. But these are more for like when it start time to get like day trading and like kind of finding levels for day trading and all that. That's when I like start making closer levels. So what I normally, let me just slow down real quick so you guys don't get confused. So right there, that's pretty much my main levels, right? I'm pretty much done. Now, like that's pretty much my swing trading levels, right? So if I'm taking puts or whatever, you know, I can make some closer or whatever to have better price targets. But overall, I kind of just keep it simple and I'm pretty much done. Then I come down, you know, make sure that my 4 hour, you know, my levels are still touching pretty nicely on the 4 hour. Once I see that, you know, I'm kind of just moving on to the next thing. So now it's time for like actual day trading levels to where like you can actually levels that are most likely going to hit that day. Now I find those levels, you can put this in your notes, levels that's supposed to hit pretty much that same day are my hourly levels. So if you want to put that in your notes, your hourly levels for me is my day trading levels, the levels that I find on an hourly chart. And those are the levels that I'm looking to price targets throughout a day trade. Now, scalping, I'm going to get to that in a minute, but overall, that's the one right there. So let's go here. All right, so now it's the same thing, but now it's the hourly. So what some people do is they change the color so they know which level is which. I kind of don't do that, but I mean, you can. And for this training purposes, I'm going to go ahead and do that so I can know. So like we know that the blue lines are my major levels, and then I'm gonna make I don't know, yellow. I'm gonna make yellow my, why is that yellow? No, that is blue. And some people change colors, and you can do this on TD Ameritrade too, but you don't have to. This is totally up to you. So I'm coming here. I'm going to make some more. So right here, there, I'm gonna change that color to yellow. So these are kind of like my day trading levels. So basically, you know, y'all see where I got that level from? Y'all see where I got it from? It was resistance here. And then had a little chop. Like I said, don't try to force it in here. If it ain't clear, it's not clear. We got that right there. And pretty much just coming down. These are my day trading levels for when I want to day trade. And I normally make these in the morning. I don't make these at night. Like I make these in that morning, because you will have to factor in, pre-market and all that. So pretty much just try to go right there. And I don't do too many crazy levels. It's a day trade, guys. You don't need all those levels. So pretty much how this will go is, a SPY can come below 390 and hold below 390. We have targets to 388 and then 384. 384.50 if you want to do, like, you could do 50s or whatever. But that's pretty much how it is. And I just make enough levels to where I'm comfortable with day trading. And then if I want to get some even tighter levels for the paper hand people that can't hold, then I come to the 15-minute. That is where I get some even tighter levels so where I can have, a little quicker profit targets, right? But normally I'm going to use my hourly levels. I don't really use I use the 15-minute if I'm coming for execution, but overall I'm going to use those levels for day trading. Those are like the best levels that I find. Any questions so far on this? I know it's pretty simple, but you guys have to know it anyway. So pretty much, and then come down and just don't force it. I mean, that's pretty much it for making levels. Any questions on this? All right, cool. All right, so Trading View looks sexual, TOS. Nah, Trading View. I'm starting to like Trading View. But okay, so that's support resistance. Now it's time to get to the part where people need to understand the time frame difference, right? So understand, if you're taking a day trade, right, then you will obviously use that 15-minute, that hourly level, right? Those are the levels that most likely you're going to hit, and you're going to sell at your price target. Versus a swing trade, why would you sell a swing trade at a day? Like, you will, like, let's say that, for example, and I know it's hard to, sometimes it's hard to say, but I mean, it's hard to do, but especially in this market right now. But eventually the market will get back to normal. So it's good that you guys should know this already. So if I'm taking a swing trade, right, off the daily time frame, I'm not selling or taking profit at some day trading levels. You get what I'm saying, guys? Now it depends on the contract, and we get into like contract selection and all that in our next class. That's our next class, going over picking the right contracts or whatever. But overall, like, let's delete these. So if I'm taking a swing trade on SPY, hold on, let me make this level real quick because that level is kind of wide. Let's do this one right there. That's a good level, 381. Okay, there we go. So if I'm taking, and this is where people get messed up at. If I'm taking a swing trade off the daily time frame, right? And if I'm saying I want SPY puts, I want to swing SPY puts, they close below 380. What is that level? They close below 390, and the next target for them is 388 and then 381, right? If those are my daily levels, right, for swing trading, why would I sell at a 15-minute time frame or an hourly level, right? If you're in a daily time frame, your price targets are different, right? If you're swing trading, your price targets are wider. A scalper, yeah, they price targets might be, in the next 50 cents, but from a day trading level, you'd only get out when when the daily chart tells you to get out. That's kind of how it works for swing trading. If that makes sense, I probably didn't word that correctly, but if that part makes sense, like if I'm literally saying like, hey, I see a bear flag on such and such. Like, let's go to an example real quick. Let's zoom in. Let me show you. Trying to get y'all a good example real quick. Like I said, I know the current market right now has been pretty hard to trade in, and just holding, but I'm just speaking like just good to know right now. I guess we can use this ugly double top as an example. Let me zoom in here. Okay. All right, so here we go. This is your double top, right? So if I'm taking this double top, right? If I'm taking puts at this double top here, why would I, if I like, because what's going to happen is you're going to have a day trading level right below, and then you're going to be mad. How many guys have actually been in the trade? You had a price target, but you didn't hold, you didn't hold to your price target and you just see it hit later on. How many trades have you ever been like, how many people have ever did that? Right? And the reason why is because you use different time frames to make your judgment, right? When you get into a trade, you didn't did all this work. This is why I tell the last group. You didn't did all this work. Why not get paid for it? Right? You literally sat up here and said it was going there, and then you let a smaller time frame level make you take profits too early. Why not get paid for your work? Right? So if I'm sitting up here and saying I see a double top, and then the next level of support is at 426, then that is where I'm going. Now you could take profits and reload or do whatever you want, but it hit your target, right? It hit your target. So now I know this is let me be transparent. I know this is a daily level. So you obviously, I mean, some people could have, but you probably obviously went and held all the way to there, but you knew that over time it was going there. So you could have made trades based off of it going to that level. So like this is actually an example of this is exactly what we did with SPY, right? So let's go here. So normally whenever I'm taking double tops, and you're going to learn this, I think next week, I believe. Normally what I do if I'm taking a double top, my first target where I'm taking profits is the neckline, right? Look at that. I'm finna show you how easy this trade was to make this whole move, right? So do y'all see what I'm talking about with the neckline where it come here and it's like creates so like a little support or whatever? Y'all see what I'm talking about? This right here. Okay, so normally whenever I'm taking double tops, that's my first target, right? So what do? We took puts here, we rolled it there, we took profits. What happened next? Can anybody tell me what pattern formed next? What kind of flag? Bear flag, break and retest, right? So what happened? We still have that daily target, right? So what do? Boom, create our bear flag right into that. Remember, this is a support level, right? We didn't plot it, but I'm saying it is a support level. So what happened? We broke that level and we retested it and made it resistance. It was support here and made it resistance. What the hell? I have a business Zoom. Okay, guys, we might have a problem. All right. I got a plan. I don't know why we sorted Zoom tomorrow. Oh, overall, let's get back on track. So boom, we took it the first price target, but remember we still had this big target, right? So what do? We created a bear flag, and what do? We continue. So this is what I'm saying, guys. It was still overall the double top, and we still use our price target. That's what I'm saying, you guys. You guys be making trades, and then if either you lose or you just take profits, you forgetting about all the work that you did, right? You literally forgetting about all the work that you just did. The setup is still there. You might have took profits, but it's still there. You can still get back in and continue your targets. And that's why it's important to do this. So with that double bottom at the end, we will look to buy at 338 first PT. Let's see. So right now, this could be a potential double bottom. I can't tell right away, but you know, it definitely could be a potential double bottom, right? So y'all see how it's coming off that support, right? It's not a coincidence that it's right at that support, right? So it looked like we could potentially be creating a double bottom. And then what we would do is we can buy it at support as long as 390 holds, and then we can ride it up to the 410 level area. That's like the next level right there. Or the neckline, what is this? 408, something like that, right? So there's ways to do it. But like, do y'all see how the supported resistance you trading with the supported resistance? That's actually a great example, guys. You see how we're at support, we're creating a pattern at support. And that is where, like, this is what I mean by smart structure and just understanding, making sure that, you know, the pattern aligns with the structure, right? Right now we're at a support level. and a double bottom would make sense to be as support. The problem is with you guys, well, I'm not gonna say you guys, but a lot of traders, the reason why their chart patterns don't work is because they're making patterns in thin air, right? They just making patterns. It's not even at no level. They just making a pattern. They just saying, oh, this is a double bottom. Not even at no level. This is actually at a level. We had this level here before it was even, we even thought it was a double bottom. You get what I mean? So that's what I mean about the support and resistance being imported, right? Is this making sense? We're gonna have to for some reason my Zoom is saying, yeah, Zoom be tripping when it comes to me, y'all. So I might have to send another Zoom link. But, 6 minutes. Why is Zoom doing that? Yeah, Zoom tripping. Zoom, yeah. If y'all been with me for a minute, y'all know that I be paying Zoom. I don't know why it's saying this. I probably had to call them again. Yeah. But anyways, I'm trying to think. Should I end the class right here? Not end it, but like start the new. Yeah, let me just start the new Zoom now. All right, guys. Right now, that's gonna we're gonna break this class up into 2 parts. So like I'm gonna just drop 2 videos. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to I don't feel like calling Zoom right now. I'm not gonna lie, they take forever to get on the phone and do all that. So I'm gonna just get on another Zoom and I'm about to send out a link, and then class will just be 2 videos. So I'm gonna do that real quick so we can get started. But yeah, we definitely starting Zoom tomorrow. So I'm about to send a Zoom link right as soon as we get off another one. All right, see y'all in a minute.